Retail giant Costco already has a handful of stores in Nebraska. Now it's making its mark in a new way. They're teaming up with Lincoln Premium Poultry in order to construct a processing plant. It'll be located in Fremont and will supply chicken for stores across the nation. And get this, they may be interested in partnering with your farm. Market Journal's Jerry Renaud spoke with Lincoln Premium Poultry's Jessica Kolterman to find out how this project came about and why it's different than many other corporate operations.
Lincoln Premium Poultry is a company that was created here in Nebraska a couple of years ago for Costco in collaboration with Costco. So our values reflect Costco's values, but we are our own independent company, and we are going to be the people that put together and implement their poultry program to raise poultry and process poultry for their stores.
Tell us about the new project and give us a little bit of an update on where things are.
Yeah, the project's really exciting. It's here in Nebraska. It's being built on the industrial area near Fremont, right outside of Fremont to the south. We will have a poultry processing complex, we will have a feed mill, and we will have a hatchery. That's the complex part of the project there in Fremont. And then in addition to that, we will have grower partners all across the region who will raise the poultry for our project in their barns, on their farms. And then that poultry will feed into our processing facility. So we will have approximately 100 to 125 farmer partners in the region who will provide poultry to the operation for that will eventually end up in Costco warehouse stores around the country.
Is this a unique way of doing this?
It is. Most retailers will partner with a vendor of sort, someone who raises poultry, but they don't own the operations that process that poultry. So Costco saw this as a way to really kind of manifest their own destiny with poultry. So chicken consumption is raising across the United States. People like chicken, people like Costco chicken. The rotisserie bird, which is what one of the focuses of this project, is very popular in the Costco stores. I found out when I started working on this project that the rotisserie bird has its own Facebook page with thousands of people following it, very excited about all the opportunities to eat rotisserie chicken from Costco. So this gives them the opportunity to really focus on what kind of product they want. They can make sure that this product is raised the way they want it to. They can have a relationship with the farmers that they partner with, and they can control the health of the bird, the quality of the bird, how the bird is processed, and know that they always have birds coming in that they'll have enough product for their stores.
So if a producer is interested in getting involved, what should they do?
Well, they can reach out to us. We have a really great team of people that work with our growers to develop those partnerships. And they will then talk to them about what would this look like for a grower who would want to go through this process and consider growing poultry for this project. So there is a required investment from the grower. They would need to put in these barns on their farm. So they would invest in the barns. And then we would have a partnership with them through a contract for them to grow that bird for us that would eventually feed into our system.
Now, I know there have been some concerns about water quality and odor and some of those kinds of things. What are you doing to allay people's concerns?
Well, there's two things. First of all, with water quality, this project, anyone who's raising broilers in Nebraska, they would have a dry litter product at the end. So the chicken litter that comes out of these barns is dry, which means that they would not necessarily, in most cases, be required to have a Nebraska Department of Environmental Quality permit. But we, as a company, are requiring those growers to have permits anyway. So they will be required to go through the DEQ permitting process and get a state operating permit, which provides a very strict level of accountability that will show how they're managing their litter, where that litter is going to be deposited as fertilizer, and all the specifics will be documented, and there will be accountability there. We believe that's a really important step to protect the environment in Nebraska, to protect the groundwater, to protect any concern, protect their neighbors, anybody that would have concerns. That should basically satisfy any concerns that would exist on water quality. In terms of odor, We are using the University of Nebraska Odor Footprint for all of our growers, which is a fabulous tool. I'm so glad we have it. That basically will show, that takes the weather patterns, it takes humidity, it takes the type of barns, it takes the animal units, it takes all these factors and it puts it into a beautiful little package that can show on a map where the odor will be 95, 96, 97% of the time. And in most every case that I've seen in Nebraska with this kind of project, most of that odor will be contained in a quarter of a mile from the location.
Are there some zoning issues as well?
Well, the neat thing about Nebraska, it's kind of one of those things that we as Nebraskans know, we have local zoning. So every single county, everywhere you go, is a little bit different. And so one of the my job and my team's job, the great people that I work with on this, is to look at the local zoning and figure out specifically, what does this county require? What does this area require? And then we work with our growers to move through those nuances of their specific area and what the zoning looks like. So there's a lot of things we're trying to do to be good neighbors, to make sure that we are being very safe, being very responsible, and really contributing in positive ways to the state.